Hello, my name is Ashley, and the quote I decided to do is by Nora Roberts. If you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't step forward, you're always in the same place. Nora Roberts is an American author of a bunch of well-known romance novels. I feel like the theme of this quote is you have to move forward, you have to take that step. And if you don't and you end up doing nothing, it'll leave you rooted in the same place. And I also feel like she repeats if you don't in all three sentences, putting a emphasis on that. This is the first poster I came across. I really liked how they put the arrow right in the middle. It takes your attention right away, especially with the font being super big. And I kind of like how they have this area right here, just like on the side. I kind of use that for inspiration for my project. And this was another one I actually really liked. I liked how they had the text outlined, then in bold, outlined, then in bold, and I like how they used this big image in the middle. And I also like this as well. I like how it reflects off. This I used in one of the sketches along with the bold outline. They also have it here as well. I really like that. This was a more basic poster I saw, but it did give me inspiration for one of my sketches. I like how it's just the title is really big, Disruption, and then everything else is about the same size except this. And then this was the first poster I came across. It's really simple. It just has a bunch of text and then this other text is layered on top of it. I didn't use this for any of the sketches, but it was the first one I saw that kind of caught my eye. And then these are my sketches. This is the first sketch. This is the one I really based my project off. It has a big question mark in the middle. I kind of wanted to use something similar to the arrow poster I saw, so I decided to go with a question mark because I felt like it fit the theme of the quote more. And then the quote has 3 sentences, so instead of writing it down in each sketch, I just put sentence 1, sentence 2. So sentence 1 would be the biggest font in the middle, and then sentence 2, I did want to have the biggest font, kind of like in the background of the question mark. And then sentence 3 would be the third biggest font, and it would just be on the side. And then I'd have the author's name right here in the little point. And they would all be the same font family, but different sizes. And then for the second sketch, this is where I got inspiration from 2 of the posters I've seen. I was thinking of doing this first sentence bold, the second sentence outline, and an image probably of Nora Roberts in the middle. And then I'd have the third sentence bold and then the author's name outlined. And then I'd have a reflection. I thought that would be pretty cool to try out. And the third sketch is kind of similar to the Disruption poster I showed you. I'd have Roberts in the middle and then Nora, because that's her name, really small font. And then I'd have sentence 1 in this little area in between these lines, sentence 2 in between these lines, and then sentence 3 along the bottom of the page. And I wanted to use different font sizes again, and the same font family, I believe. That's what I meant. And then the sketch 4, I wanted to do like a kind of starry night background, and then I wanted to do a big moon in the middle, and I wanted to have the author's name faded kind of into the background, and then in the moon I would have the first sentence, the second sentence, and then the third sentence kind of like going in a spiral, and I would have them all the same font size, but different fonts I'd have them, but different fonts, but I would pick fonts that kind of go together. So this is the project I've been working on. I did it based on the first sketch mainly. I decided to put a big question mark in the middle. The question mark does have a shadow and a glow effect. And I put the second sentence, instead of putting it in like the background of the question mark like I planned to, I put it on the top and bottom, splitting it into 2 parts. And I decided to put this part into this really bright orange and orangish yellow color. and it kind of takes away the attention first, I feel like, and then I feel like the tension then follows here, because this is the biggest thing. If you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. I did have to split it into 2 parts because it didn't all fit in one, otherwise the font would be too small. And then the next thing I feel like viewers would see is if you don't step forward, you're always in the same place. I decided to have this text into like this cloudish effect, and I feel like it kind of blends in with the background, but like not blends in too much, but it's not like something you'd catch with your eye right away. And the last thing I have is the author's name right here, Nora Roberts. I had it kind of like go along with the question mark, and that's the last thing viewers would see since it's so small. And in the question mark I also have this like the sunlight in it. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, this is all I have so far. And I also had a black and gray gradient background, and then I put a filter over it to get this type of texture. I think it was a noise filter, or I'm not too sure, I don't remember, but this is all I have so far.